Hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Monster of the Week. This scenario is called Masque of the Manciple, which is a fancy word for someone who supplies a college or university. That's actually what the title means in the medieval times. But in this case, it means a vampire who supplies the other vampires with blood. And you're going to their masquerade ball. Because I like alliteration. But why are we going to this mask and who is going to this mask is yet to be established exactly. So we have three players with us tonight. First off, Chris.
Howdy, folks. It's me. I'm the guy. I am playing the character of the spell slinger, and I am known as Erasmus Doomsayer. Very, very, very theatrical. He takes himself seriously, very seriously, and he also takes his job very seriously to a point.
So you're the wizard from Venture Brothers.
No, I could not ascend to such lofty heights. I could not begin to touch that character.
You wish you could be that nice.
Yeah.
You wish you'd be Dr. Orpheus?
Sure, yes. No, I am 1/16th of an Orpheus at best. But we all start somewhere, yes?
Well, okay, that's what you're aspiring to.
Yes.
Nice. Next up we have, and what does Erasmus Doomsayer look like?
Let's see here. So he is absolutely someone who has gone to a Ren fair and bought one of those friar tuck robes that cost like $250. Just put that on, and like the idea I have for this character is like he played at being crazy for so long that he finally tapped into the thin veil, into magic, and so like he acts kooky, but he's done it for so long that it's just it's hard to know when he's being sincere and when he's acting, because that's his conduit to the power. It's just having such this sincere belief in his madness.
Okay. All right. I like especially the Ren Fair costume for
that shit's great.
Yeah. Next up we have Amanda.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for always asking. So I'm playing the Spooky. Mm-hmm. Spooky.
And what is her name?
I have named her Lizzie.
Lizzie the
Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
So
what does she look like?
She's just like your typical like white elder millennial. Yeah. So just like casual living.
Casual, like what level? Like jeans and like
jeans and a hoodie.
Shirt? Jeans and a hoodie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, at least you have jeans, not just yoga pants or something.
No, not just yoga pants. Not for Lizzie.
One step up. Okay. And where does her power come from, or does Lizzie not know where her dark powers come from?
So she does know, and it seems like maybe I have done something because I have to pay back for receiving these powers soon.
Oh, okay. So we can establish that in play. Yeah. But you're on a mission to pay back for what you have done, or something like that. Or
before it catches up with me.
Oh, before it catches up with you. Oh no.
Oh no.
A dark past. And then finally we have Tom.
Yes, it's me.
Uh-huh.
I am now, brace yourselves. I'm playing the monstrous.
Yeah?
Did you brace yourself okay?
Tom, the day you play something other than a monstrous and Monster of the Week, that I will take a shot of Malort. All right?
Something I've done with you.
I know. But if you want me, I'll drink it by myself if you play something other than monstrous.
Okay, well, I don't want you to do that, so.
Okay.
I'm looking out for you for doing this.
I don't believe that for a second. I think you just want to play goddamn ghoul again.
I do.
Okay.
And that's why I'm playing a ghoul that's just calls himself Gary, because that's the name of the place where he happens to reside.
Yeah. Okay.
He thinks he might have been human once, he just can't remember.
Okay. So now we should establish some of the history between the three of you. So the game will begin after the three of you have worked together to defeat a nest of vampires. And in the nest of vampires, you have found 3 invitations to the Masque of the Manciple, which all of you know is a gathering of all the local or the regional undead. The Manciple is a powerful vampire who supplies blood to all the other vampires, so they don't have to actually go out and kill people, or at least as many people, so they can stay hidden in society. It's like, they went from a hunting and gathering society to farming blood, and that's actually bad, because that means the vampires can grow in numbers and are more sophisticated. A lot of serial killings, a lot of dead people turn up in a town like that.
They tend to notice.
Yeah, so you can't have too many vampires, but now they're having more vampires, and so that's bad. But maybe that's not why you're interested in infiltrating this mask. It's a masquerade ball. You can show up as anything. The vampires have access to magic and weird, Hollywood level special effects because they're rich, or at least some of them are. So you could dress up. You could just go as yourselves and be like, haha, vampire hunter, cute. Or just, a person. Yep, great. Yeah, that's a great costume.
I was like, a young person.
You even smell like a human, so we'll establish what your disguises are later.
Is there like a perfume that's like scent au human?
Well, there could be. Another thing about Monster of the Week is sort of players have some control over what the setting is about. So
is this meeting in Gary, or is it like in Chicago?
This is all taking place in Gary. So the mansion's outside of Gary, Indiana, just outside of town. Nest of vampires you killed was I don't know, Amanda, where did you kill? Somewhere in Gary, Indiana. What kind of place did you find a nest of vampires? And all of you wiped them out. Like, what kind of place would it be?
Like the old mall or something.
An abandoned shopping mall. Yeah,
there's still like a discount store on one end and like one fast food place.
And a Dollar General.
Yeah, Dollar General across the street
There's
for
always
sure.
a Dollar General.
There's always
But yeah, the mall is mostly like decrepit.
Yeah, and there were some vampires in there, and you killed the shit out of them, and you found the invitations in their dusty remains, because they turned to dust when you killed them,
which is sad.
Yeah. well, no, vampire. You've taken bit from living vampires; they taste gross. So
that's like, okay, no, this is dead but unrotted flesh. Ugh.
Yeah. So first off, Erasmus, let's look at your history. So in history, you look at, there's a bunch of prompts, and you pick one for each of your fellow players' characters. So pick one of the prompts and which person reply, and then we'll sort of like work out the details.
Okay. My character Erasmus rescued Lizzie many years ago in an after-school special.
Okay.
Many years ago, I had attempted to rescue her from a haunted mansion, and I was successful. But that was that was like the origin of her powers. Like whatever got a hold of her in the mansion imbued her with the dark energy. And I feel kind of bad about it because I killed the monster, technically saved her, but now she's all fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Can we do that?
Does that sound good? Or
does that sound good? Did that take a lot of weight for you?
No, that's good.
That's cool.
Yeah, thank you for helping me flesh out my character.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
I need the help.
Okay, Lizzie, tell us one thing about that experience, the haunted mansion where you got your powers. It could be like, why did you go in there? When you were younger, or what was the monster? Or how did you get the powers exactly? Like, did you find a book or an item, or did the monster give you the powers, or like? So
what is your name again?
Erasmus.
Erasmus.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Erasmus saved me, correct, from the haunted mansion. So
yeah.
I was just walking home from work one day, and I saw this house that I had never seen before, and there was a for sale sign. So I walked in, and I just kind of kept going and until I met the creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember much about the creature?
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. But in like a very uniqueness. Okay. Like the uniqueness of it was beautiful, not traditional beauty. Like biblical angel beautiful, or like be not afraid, or something
in that realm.
Okay, yeah.
In that realm.
Okay. So all right, that's very good. I like that. So so that's sort of some of your backstory with between the two of you. So Erasmus, what about Gary here?
How did I meet Gary here?
Well, like what? I mean, just pick one of the other prompts.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay. No. Gary was a target of mine at one point.
Oh,
Gary's a target of mine at one point. I thought I'd killed him.
Yeah.
And now they're back. And the prompt is you thought they were dead, and now they're back. So what killed them? I killed them, but they came back. And just like I guess we just kind of came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to be able to get rid of them, so I may as well work with them.
Okay. How'd you feel about that, Gary?
It's only because it's him. Because like one of my prompts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually one of your with a great, the word great times several grandfather way back in the mid 1800s was a cemetery keeper and permitted me to come and and eat some of the rotted corpses, and I was grateful because I was.
Oh, okay.
So you're related to someone I actually like. So that's why when you tried to kill me and you think like, okay, well I'll work with him. I thought I can't kill him.
Yeah, he reminds me of
Grandfather Clegwin Rottentod.
Yes, he reminds me of Rottentod. I love that guy. Love him. Yeah.
He was a conversationalist.
Yeah.
And he provided me with corpses and moonshine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you could drink moonshine, huh? Okay.
No, it's that's. I don't say anything ghouls can't.
No, like I said, we're establishing like how this world works.
The Rottentod side of the Doomsayer family tree is disgusting. But they're family.
I was I could eat fresh human corpses.
Sure.
But it's more like junk food.
Okay. You like a nice aged.
Well, it has
corpse.
to be aged to be real.
Okay. All right. So you see, so that's how it goes, Amanda. So now it's your turn. So
Okay.
Pick one of the prompts and one of the player characters.
Okay, so Erasmus?
Yeah, Erasmus, yeah.
Erasmus.
Yeah.
So there was one time that I actually used my powers on you.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, so I'm getting inside my own head.
Okay. What does the prompt say?
So it says you used your powers on them one time. Decide if it was for selfish reasons or not, and tell them if they found out about it.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, because you have like jinx powers, you have like very subtle powers. Some of them.
Yeah, I have telepathy. Yeah, so. So
yeah.
like I would decide the reason, like so I know that it was for a selfish reason.
Okay, you know it was selfish. Okay.
And then it says and tell them if they found out about it.
Yeah, maybe he didn't figure it. Maybe he just blamed bad
No,
luck.
he does not know at this point.
Okay,
Well,
all right.
Yeah, he does not know at this point.
All right.
So do I elaborate like more into that? At this point?
Give us a little more. Like what was the selfish reason? Like.
So my other part of history, and what is your character's name again?
Gary.
I can't believe I forgot that. Gary. I'm hoping that Gary can help me control my powers. Because I have had them for much longer than it seems like, and I still have so many issues, and something makes me know that Gary can help me.
Yeah,
so,
Gary's an actual monster, yeah.
There was a time when I lost control of my powers, and that's when I used them on
Erasmus.
Okay. All right. So you lost control of your powers for a bit. Did you mean to use it on them, or did you just overreact, or was it a total accident?
No, I did it on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you were pissed at Erasmus, or you didn't want him to do something in particular?
No, I guess I didn't do it on purpose. I changed my
Okay.
mind.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. That's what we're here to figure out. So yeah, your powers are out of control. You accidentally used them on Erasmus. And Erasmus never found out, but that was the week he was cursed, or his car blew up, something like that.
Pipes burst in his house.
Pipes burst in his house. Just
one day my left eye went foggy.
Okay,
and I
yeah.
never ascertained why.
Yeah, there you go. And so your relationship with Gary then is that you think you see Gary as a mentor?
Yeah, because, of the type of creature he is, that, he's the only one like that I know. And so I think that he can help me learn.
He has been around a long time.
Yeah, learn more about my powers and, where I need to go and what I need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I only started pretending to be human again, back in 1851.
Yeah. That's a long time.
I'll do what I can, though.
Yeah. But you've been a ghoul a very long time. You've certainly seen your share of other strange creatures and spellcasters and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And spooky people. So, yeah. That's very good. Gary.
Okay, well, I already established the one with him.
Yep.
I knew an ancestor of his that I respected.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like I want to look out for him.
All right.
Because I think that's what his
Rotten Todd.
great grandfather would want.
Grandfather Rotten Todd. Yeah.
Right,
You pity me almost, not greatly, but it's like you're like,
well, no,
I need help.
until I found out you were then decided to practice magic, and then I'm like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him.
There you go.
My connection to magic aggravates you too, because it's so amateurish. It's so stupid. It's purely driven by vibes.
You seem much better. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've met any real ancient wizards, but probably they've also been doing this for decades, if not centuries, and you just started like, oh, he could get himself or others killed. I got to make sure this doesn't go off the rails.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And so what about your any other shared history about Lizzie that you want to establish?
And actually, ironically, with you thinking I can help you, I once almost lost control.
Oh.
And went after to eat a living person.
Yeah.
And you stopped me.
Okay. Very good. So
because I have a strict thing, I don't kill people and let them rot so I can eat them. I don't do that. Mm-hmm. That's bad.
That is bad, in fact.
And the fact that you helped me, you kept me from doing that, I'm always going to be grateful for that. Mm-hmm. So I'm more than happy to help you control your abilities, even though I'll do what I can.
All right. So yeah, we have our three, two humans trying to learn how to use their powers, and a very old ghoul trying to help them use their powers.
Yeah. Oh, does your house have a basement?
Lizzie's house?
Yeah.
No.
Or does Lizzie even have a house? Lizzie could have an apartment or a condo or something.
Yeah, like that. Lizzie definitely does not have her own home.
Okay.
I got a basement. I got fixed housing, whatever they call that stuff.
So I could say I'm living in your basement.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So
maybe the sub basement. Or not. I made a sub basement under your basement.
You just don't. Yeah. Ghouls are very good at digging things.
So just occasionally you'll come down and I'm just like, walk up, hi.
So
don't go down there. It's
stinky.
It's stinky.
Yeah. So, but as we begin, we open up in the abandoned mall. Well, near the abandoned mall. There is the Dollar General and fast food place, a Popeyes.
Do any of you have a vehicle?
Yeah, I have a car.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still fascinated by those things. Actually, I'm tempted maybe one do you think maybe one day you can teach me how to do this?
And it's an emerald green Lincoln Continental.
I'm not a great teacher. I lean on you to teach me things.
Well, it's fine. I teach you. You teach me things. I teach you things.
Someday later.
I like to sit in the front seat when I travel, just so I can observe her.
Okay.
So I see that she's doing. I don't know what any of this means, but.
All right. Very good. But yeah, as we begin, we're in this abandoned shopping mall, nearly abandoned, as I mentioned. You're in a, of course, they nested in the abandoned Hot Topic, and
they're attracted to such places.
Yeah. So you're standing over three piles of dust, and looking through a casket, which has hinges and opens on the side, as opposed to a coffin, which you nail down. In fact, you know this because one of the vampires screamed that at you. "Oh, get their coffin! It's a casket!" And then you killed him. All of you have heard of the Masque of the Manciple because it's where you've heard rumors about this for a while. Gary, have you attended it in the past?
I'll say, yeah. Like shortly.
It was a long time ago.
No, it was the gathering just after the Great Chicago Fire.
Okay, so a while ago.
It was a while ago.
So you all know that these three vampires, you can show up as anything you want, and using these invitations, you can get in, and no one will suspect you unless you know. It's a great, in fact, it's an opportunity for all three of you to either collectively do something, or each of you may have your own goal, but you all want to go to this ball. Now, why do you want to go to this ball is what we need to figure out first before we figure out how you're going to get in, because it's very dangerous to go there. There's a lot of dangerous vampires and other entities there. So some reasons could be you just want to get intel on all the vampires because you want to. Vampires are bad in general. They kill people and they're doing evil plots and summoning other things and turning people into vampires. It's just bad. 2, maybe you're looking for an artifact or a tome or something. Maybe something that the Manciple has. 3, maybe you're looking to kill a particular vampire. There's some, or maybe rescue someone who's trapped in the mansion.
I know exactly why I'm going there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Among the stuff they have are like, perfectly preserved brains of, it's distinguished and important people from the past.
Okay, sure.
And if I eat them, I learn what the brains for the person that those brains belong to know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking to kind of find those brains so I can eat them. And
well, let's say I like that idea in general, but let's say a specific brain with a specific thing.
Yeah.
So like, what's that specific brain? Maybe, it could be, for example, someone who knows where a certain thing is, or something connected to your past. Maybe someone who knows who killed something or something. Let's say you don't have to figure it out right now.
Someone who I suspect knew me.
Okay, yeah.
Back when I was human.
Oh, there you go. So
I was just it's one of those I would like to know.
Okay, very good. So let's say it's the brain of a historian. We can think of the name later, but there's a historian's brain in there, and you really want that brain for personal reasons, brain eating reasons. So
his first name will be Archibald.
Now, so do either of you know why you want to go to the Masque? Do you want to help? You could just say, "I want to help Gary," or you could have your own reason for going.
I still think that he's going to lead me to help with my condition.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm under the impression that we're going to go there to learn more about our sort of magic and origins and other sorts of creatures. And I think that Gary's gonna help me do that. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen.
I will say you do know that the Manciple has a library of the occult, which would have all kinds of books about your condition. So if you can get in the library, you could definitely get some help.
Yeah, I think my advice was like, this place probably has all kinds of magical shit.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to get to the library.
I want to get to the library.
All right. That's very good. And Erasmus.
I have a chip on my shoulder for this one.
Okay.
There's a vampire there who wrote a treatise on Martian winds that I have personally found to be absolutely categorically false.
Okay.
In many of its mathematics, and so now finally this ball comes along. And I'm going to find the vampire that wrote this stuff all about hundreds of years ago, and his name is Winsless Wickerman.
Winsless Wickerman. All right.
P. Tier Griffin.
Winsless Wickerman. All right.
Winsless Wickerman. Winsley Wickerman.
All right, so you all have your own reasons for going. So you all have a lot of reasons to work together, but also to split up. But you have the invitations. We'll get you in through the door. But maybe some people recognize you. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you do want to go in disguise. Just period. Like, what are you thinking for disguises? Like, how are you going to dress up for this masquerade ball?
Let's see. I'm going to show. I'm going to show up relatively unchanged, except for a mask. I am going. I'm just. I am a large man in the game as well. So I'm going to revel in my corpulence and just stride in there with my robe, and I'm going to like put stars on it and moons and
you're going to be like a wizard.
I'm going to bedazzle my stinky Ren Fair robe and just wear a cheap paper mache masquerade mask, and I'm going to act.
Okay. They do have some masks here at the Hot Topic, some Catwoman style leather masks.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah.
I will adorn them.
As
they flatter my figure.
Yeah.
The scholar's name is Archibald Kirkpatrick.
Archibald Kirkpatrick. Okay. All right.
Archie Kirks.
Kirk.
It had I was looking up like old timey.
Oh, old timey names. Yeah. No, that's a good old timey name for sure. Archibald.
Yeah.
Lizzie, what about you for a disguise, or just not even disguise? Like, how are you going to go to the ball?
Well, I'm just gonna wear the typical masquerade ball, like a big ball gown, and I'm just gonna find like the largest, sort of mask, they hold it on the stick.
Oh, yeah, mask on stick.
Yeah, so it's just like as big as possible to help hide my face. But I'm just going, traditional, big, beautiful dress, hair, the whole thing. But
like
just to
Japanese
blend
fans.
in, but also, the mask to hide my face.
Okay, very good, very good. And what about you, Gary?
I am no good at disguise for obvious reasons.
I know. I mean, you can use magic. Like you know a spell slinger. You also have the use magic. You can cast an illusion spell if you want.
I can cast you an illusion that'll make you appear exactly as one of your most favorite Hollywooded stars of tinsel screen.
You could do that. You could also get like a inflatable dinosaur costume. Like you could wear. There's a.
Are other monsters ever? Do they ever come here?
The ball only accepts undead, and basically only vampires and allies to the vampires. So if you go as yourself, people will definitely recognize you. Like they'll accept you, be like, because they'll look at your invitation, be like, oh, you're so and so, but you're dead on for Gary, and I hate Gary. Good thing Gary's not here, otherwise I'd kill him. But like, how'd you get such a cunning illusion of Gary? Like that's how that's gonna go. You just know.
Okay,
that.
Actually, it's one of those things I'll do the spell consume likeness of.
Are you actually going to eat a person, or are you just going to you don't have to do that for this game. You can just roll weird and do the illusion spell, or have Erasmus do it for you.
I mean, I'll try to do it myself.
Okay.
What do you like, Timothy Cruz? Christopher Patches?
Actually, I'm going to go for just someone who. Someone who it's like since I'm using magic, they probably sense that. So I'm actually.
A lot of the guests are going to go.
So I'm using my costume is magic.
Yeah.
I'm making myself look like Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. Okay, very good. All right, roll.
And also get some appropriate 1920s formal wear. 12.
12?
You got a 9 plus 3.
Okay. Oh, you have 9. Okay. With you have a weird at 3. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, most of the monsters' skill stats have actually, all of a monsters, their weird is 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So with that in mind, you are very Christopher Lee. Now it's obviously magical. Anybody would recognize. Well, people who know of the occult, like to a normal civilian, you're just Christopher Lee. And of course, these days, not many people are going to recognize Christopher Lee.
Because I'm going as
Yeah.
height of monster.
Hammer Films.
Hammer Films.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you got your disguises ready, or your dress. You're ready to go. Now the question is, do you do anything else to prep before you go? Like, do you want to? Well, you can kind of sort of like half-ass that. Like, if you want to say, I want to sneak in a wooden stake by taking a walking cane and having like a hidden compartment, you can just say you do that, and we'll just roll later. So you don't have to prepare. But what are you driving up in? Are you renting a car? Or are you driving your, lime green Lincoln Continental?
Emerald green.
Emerald green. Sorry, I got the wrong color. I apologize.
Or do we want to actually rent a limo?
You can't afford that.
Yeah.
Yes, I know we're hunting monsters, but we don't get paid for the written limos.
Yeah, these vampires were hiding out in a Hot Topic. They don't have much on them. They're like,
I don't understand how this economy works. Okay?
Oh, I'll tell you how. The money goes up, it never comes down.
Oh, so exactly the same as every other time on this planet.
Yes, I'm afraid nothing's really changed here in the past few centuries.
That's almost comforting.
So yeah, do you just want to take the Lincoln Continental, or are you gonna like steal a car?
Yes, even though Lizzie is like right behind me, I pull up my phone and call Lizzie. Lisbeth, we have need of your chariot,
your conveyance.
Turn around.
Your automobile.
Yeah, that's how we got here. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I figured that's how we.
Okay, well we need to ask permission for something else. Can you please drive us to the Manciple ball?
The one that all three of us are going to? Yes, I can drive the two of you.
Excellent. I secure this passage.
All right.
You're amazing. You know that.
So the three of you are on your way. You get to the gate.
That's what's in the car. Like, so how do I look?
Like
Sing.
Yeah, you look like Christopher. You heard my spell, right? You heard my spell. Gather to me, powers great, and we make this ghoul appear as if you were Christopher Lee.
and I'm just, yes, I heard that.
Yeah, no, it's very good. So you get to the gate. The mansion is on the outskirts of Gary, Indiana, and you all just thought it was like condemned and abandoned, but it looks beautiful this night. Very gothic looking. They must use some sort of illusion spell to conceal its presence during most of the times, but there is clearly a vampiric gate guard, but he sees your invitations and lets you in. He just nods. The three vampires you killed? What names are on the invitation? They could just be normal human names. They could be weird vampire names.
Mine says Gristlebone.
Gristlebone. Oh, good evening, Gristlebone. Welcome to have you here again.
Mine says Lydia.
Oh, yeah, good evening, Lydia. I thought after last year you wouldn't come back. Good for you.
You can't keep me away.
And what about you?
Marcel.
Life of the party, this one.
Yes, I do believe so.
Yes. So come right in. So you come in. There is a parking attendant who is actually human, but is a thrall to the vampires.
Like Bloodbound. Like, no, they just tip good.
Yeah.
So basically, I'll murder for them. If they
No, well, they tip good enough for murder. That's $1,000 if you need someone murdered. If it's $5,000 if I have to walk up more than one flight of stairs.
Is he in like an actual valet outfit?
Yeah, of course. Very
so
swanky.
I like to imagine it's like Steve, like I want you to kill that person. Like gives him $1,000. Like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I can't do it to the other guests. You gotta wait. You can't. Boss will kill me if I kill anybody.
You do it to one, you have to do it to everybody.
Yeah, just bring it up for the class. There's you can already hear like beautiful chamber music playing. There are other guests in elegant, gowns and suits. And also like fantastic, impossible things. There are human-sized dragons. There are like floating crystals. There's a few robots. Like obviously, people are using. Some of them are using magic, illusionary magic. Some of them are using like they have Hollywood visual effects companies, and they say, "Make me a costume, slaves." Like we're not slaves. Okay, yes, sure.
Oh, it's the same company that did that Lord of the Rings movie.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's a couple of orcs.
Weta's here.
Yeah. Well, there's some work from Weta. There's a couple of Weta investors among the undead. But there is a valet, and the valet is the one who introduces you. Introducing Gristlebone, Lydia, and Marcel. And there is a few. Really, Gristlebone? After last year?
It'll happen again and again.
So, there are a lot of vampires, and there's a lot of thralls and a lot of other creatures lurking about here. All are mingling. There are waiters carrying around little trays of hors d'oeuvres and drinks. The drinks are all suspiciously blood red, although some of them are bubbling like champagne. And so this is a good time for all of you to like kind of figure out what. Yeah, you all have the run of the man. Well, it seems there are some areas that have velvet ropes around them, like you can't go up certain stairs and or through certain doors.
So we can like bring something in with us, like that we prepared.
Yeah,
like walking stick, except it's actually hollow with holy water.
Okay, yeah, very good. So you can have that and specify that ahead of time, or you can just if it makes sense, you can just do it during a move.
And my lucky minigun.
So no. So let's start with Lizzie. So you see all these people around, people being loosely used. You know that the library is somewhere in this mansion, but you don't know where. You recognize some of the people here. There are some of the big movers and shakers of the vampire world here. So you can go out and talk to them. You could try and sneak around. You could talk to the servants. The servants see a lot more than that they let on. What is Lizzie thinking? What is Lizzie's first move here?
So yeah, she's looking for the library.
Yeah.
So my main goal here is just to blend in. So I'm gonna take a glass of bubbly blood and just see if I can find the library at first.
Okay. You can roll 2d6 and add your sharp.
6.
Total?
Total.
Okay, so you can mark an experience. When you get to 7 experience, you get to at the bottom left of your first page.
Yeah.
So that's a failure. So so you get experience when you fail. And so Lizzie is looking around and is just bedazzled by all of the costumes and all of the people. And you actually bump into a very large and muscular woman who is clearly undead. She has many scars on her. And you... would you recognize a big, intimidating warrior vampire lady?
I don't think I would.
It's like she just sort of growls, "Look where you're going, worm."
Oh, please excuse. I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
You should. You're an excuse of a vampire. Look at you. You can't even. Look at your muscle tone. There's hardly any scars on you.
I'm more.
You look like a human.
Then I'm the type of vampire who likes to learn and read a lot. So I don't work out that much.
Reading is for weaklings. Only war is the true teacher.
I see Lizzie kind of drowning and making eye contact with her. Does Lizzie need me to come over and help?
Yeah. Lizzie's not really sure how to get out of this conversation.
All right. So I butt in there. I flounce in. I brush right past the warrior, and I'm just like, Lisbeth, I hope you save me a sip. I haven't tried it yet. What's in there?
Okay. Roll. Let's see. What is there a charm? I forgot. Yeah, there is charm. Roll a charm.
Let's see. I think that's a success. Yeah.
Is that a what number did you get?
8.
8. Okay.
8 total. Yeah.
So you Yeah, so that's a success of the complication. So your primary goal is to get Liz out of the fire, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So you do that, but now the warrior lady smiles her fangs at you. She says, "I am Morax, the warrior, and who are you?"
Oh, you don't know me. You don't know me.
No, you intrigue me, stranger.
Yes, I switch it around so that my bejeweled thing jangles a little bit. Doesn't know me. Does not know me.
It is a bold sense to make yourself appear human and to smell like a human amongst all these predators. It is bold of you.
Bold, thank you so much. I'm trying to inject a little life into this party.
Yes. Are you a warrior?
It's so well in one fashion. Yes, we all fight, and I fight particularly well in one particular arena.
Oh, what arena is that?
Arena
What?
of magic.
Of magic? I am a student of magic. I would like to duel with you.
Duel? No,
Yes.
at the ball? No, see, that's what got me in trouble last year. No, they said no dueling. It's the only way I could come back here.
Oh well, a friendly contest then. A mere, not a full-on duel to the death or anything, but just a mere friendly show for the other guests. I assure you, I'm a warrior. I'm only starting to learn magic recently.
I'm kindly yielding because if I do that, I will get in trouble, and then I won't get to do what I want to do tonight.
Oh, you can do anything you want. I believe in you. Yeah, the Morax lady is clearly flirting with you, and
It's flirting. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she leans in.
Just as clueless in the game world, folks.
Yeah. So Lizzie, you can get away, so meanwhile, while that is going on, Gary, what are you doing?
I'm kind of getting a feel of getting scent of the place, like just like ancient old preserved brains just have their own unique scent. Mm-hmm. It's kind of going around to see if I can get a whiff of it.
All right, you can also roll sharp. What's your sharp at?
1.
Okay.
12.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm about to pick that. Oh, it's a 5. Never mind.
You would all do the same. Every last one of you.
All right. So what you kind of figure out is you can smell the kitchen. You can smell. This is sort of like the opening. The foyer, kind of like the open the main hall. But there's a ballroom off to the side that's being prepared for the main dinner. There's going to be a show. You sense that through your superhuman senses. But there are 2 areas that draw your attention. One smells of old paper, and that is coming from the main staircase, which is roped off. Probably
the library.
Yeah. But there's the smell of ancient magic and stonework coming from a wall. Oh, it's often a little alcove out of the way. That must be a hidden door. So there's too many people here right now, but if you were to sneak off during dinner, you'd be able to get to that hidden door. And you since one of those places the smell of brains is too faint an odor right now to detect from where you are, but it's probably in that area above or through that hidden door.
I'm gonna go find Lizzie.
All right.
In my bed, and yes, in my identical voice to Christopher Lee back then.
Yeah.
Just like I do believe I have located the library of this place. Like, take a walk with me.
Okay.
Okay. So the 2 of you are
I can't walk by. It's like just point out like libraries, that roped off area over there. Probably not a good idea to go there now.
Yeah, there is basically a grand staircase leading up, but it has been roped off. And Gary is pointing up the stairs and to the left. So
I know the smell of mystical old paper when I smell it.
Mm-hmm. So you know that, Lizzie. Now, what you can wait until dinner and let Erasmus, deal with this Morax, the warrior vampire, or you can do something else.
Is there Is there somebody guarding the staircase or the library that it leads to?
There is a servant standing near the area. They are not armed or anything. They just kind of have their hands in front of them, but like they're clearly like there to gently guide guests away who try to wander away.
But they are human.
That servant is a vampire, like a weak vampire. Like,
the new guy.
Yeah, the new guy.
So I am not sure. Would my telepathy work on them?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so.
And what does telepathy do?
So you can read people's thoughts and put words in their minds.
Mm-hmm. So you could put. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I want to put into his mind because I can manipulate without even speaking to him. So what I want to do is have him think that we are somebody that he knows and that he just doesn't need to think of why, but we are allowed to pass him.
Okay, yeah.
And then with that, I want to make sure that this is, well, you tell me what to do.
No, okay, so if you want to do, yeah, you can definitely do that. You can definitely like put it into his mind that he is to let you go up the stairs. So that, I imagine you roll weird. Does it say roll plus weird?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your weird at?
2 plus 2.
So roll 2d6 and add 2.
So 6, 7, 8.
8. So that's a partial success. So that's a success with a complication. So you get it. He will let you up, but there's a complication. And the complication, I'll let you decide. It could either be you take 1 point of harm as your nose bleeds, it's really hard to affect his mind for some reason, or he asks you something in return.
Definitely the nosebleed.
Okay, yeah. All right, so mark off 1 harm.
It's just like, and there's another brain cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also have hex on here, and it says when you cast a spell, like, does that mean what I just did?
You don't have to trigger that if you don't want to.
Right. So this was going to be like the second part.
Okay.
All right. So when you cast a spell, you can pick from the following. So the target breaks something precious or important. So this is before dinner. Everybody's still out there. So as I'm walking up to him, I am letting him know who we are and as soon as we pass by him, he's going to walk away, and he's going to knock over something in the main entrance right off of where everybody is. So everybody goes off that way.
Okay, so he's a distraction. Yeah,
he's a distraction. Sorry.
Do you have to roll for hex as well, or does that just automatically happen?
Well, it says when you cast a spell as well as the normal effects.
Okay, yeah. In that case, you don't have to roll again. So yeah. All right, yeah. Then that happens. He breaks a vase. Ming Dynasty, very expensive, very old. Everyone's head turns to look at them. There's a bunch of oh, how foolish.
I use this to get out of sight of Morak.
All right, how are you doing that? Are you just literally running?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not running, but I mean, like, you know, I try to just, you know. She's turned around. I get the fuck away. All
right, roll cool to act under pressure. Like
that.
No!
Yeah, I have 0. I'm Erasmus Doomsayer. How cool can I be? A straight up 7.
That's a partial success. So you get away, but she's going to look for you.
Okay.
Yeah. We could do a clock. We're not going to do anything that formal. So yeah, she's looking for you. So if you get another complication, she'll probably turn up again. But the two of you, because of the distraction, you get up the top of the stairs and you turn around and you open the door and it reveals this massive, like, think old 19th century library, just bookshelves lining all the wall. The smell of musty old books hits you. There is a massive tome on a wooden pedestal in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the room. There's like it's chained to the pedestal, like, you know, and this is like a medieval tome. There's a fireplace roaring. It is obviously a magical fireplace because it is not warm at all in here, but it does provide, like, you know, firelight.
Ambience.
Yeah, ambience. It's very ambient. Dark ambient. So yeah, it is.
Medieval chic.
It is also eerily quiet in here, even though there is a massive party going down right downstairs. So you're guessing it's magically warded against noise as well. So yeah, it's very cool looking. But if you just want to start looking through books to find something that can help you, that would be sharp. Or if you want to do something else,
Can I try weird to kind of like?
Nope. I mean, you could use weird to cast a spell to help you find things.
Yeah, essentially like to.
But just looking is sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would like. I'm going to try to just, kind of like narrow. Yeah, just do like a magic, like kind of like try to take like use a spell to like kind of take an inventory of.
Yeah.
Of what they've got in here.
Sure. Okay. So you roll weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Okay.
I succeed, but
yeah, and you can roll sharp if you just want to start looking at the books. If you want to do something else, you don't see anybody in the room right now. But so yeah, what would Lizzie do in this as soon as she went in there?
I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for at this point.
Well, I mean, you can just look at the book, like look at the spines and see what the books are called and things like that. You could also look at the big book in the middle of the room. It's open. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at that book.
Okay. Yeah. Roll sharp.
All right. 4, 5, 6.
6. All right. So you mark another experience. It is written in Latin, and you do not speak Latin apparently, or you don't read this Latin. It is medieval Latin. It is very old. So, and you got a partial success. So what are you looking for? You're looking for a book to help Lizzie as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do find a book that could help her. It is the Confessions of a Fallen Angel. It is supposedly the testimony of a demon summoned from hell, and has written down many things about the hidden world.
Oh, I've spoken to many demons before.
Yes,
lovely people.
But that's when both of you hear a loud clicking sound, and you turn and you can see the door to the room is closed all the way. Like you left the door ajar. So.
Like the door is now closed?
The door is now closed and you heard a clicking sound. Well, you heard a clicking sound, then you turn and it came from the direction of the door.
So,
It is a safe bed that not only is it locked, but most likely warded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I'll go over, can I see if it's not just a lock, but also magically warded?
Okay, you go over there and roll. Cool.
10.
Okay. You duck out of the way as a bookend goes flying at your head and nearly, hits you in the skull.
Right. I go back over.
And you hear a little tittering sound and tiny little pit pats.
Pick up the book and I think that is most likely correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're not getting out that way.
Okay, so meanwhile...
And also, I'm pretty sure we're not alone in here.
Yep. So meanwhile, Erasmus, what are you doing?
Well, given what's happened, can I attempt to reconnoiter with my group?
I will say you were quick enough to look up the stairs and see them go up the stairs. So you know what direction to go, but if you just head up the stairs right now, that would be another cool check to get up them quick enough without anybody else seeing you go. Unless you want to find another way up there.
No.
I mean, it's a mansion. There's obviously other staircases and other ways up. The servant has not yet still cleaning up the base. The servant has not gone back to guarding the staircase.
I've got to give it a shot. I got to run for the. I got to go. I got to go for it. I got to reconnoiter with the group.
Okay.
That ain't happening.
Okay. As you do so, Morax calls out. Did you give her Morax a name?
To her?
Yeah. Did you tell her what your name was?
No, but like, you know, like other vampires do.
Yeah. The Gristlebone, I'm back here.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I hear Mark's calling after me, and I look at the corner of my eye, and I find like the ugly kids tables, like the Nosferatus are there, you know, the half druids, you know, those kind of the Morlocks.
Yeah.
So like, I run over there because like, you know, because I look and smell just like them. So I just hustle over there, and I just kind of like, you know, get glass and just kind of like, you know, try to blend in as much as I can, ostentatious as I look, and unfortunately, I hear a feminine voice call out, "Gristlebone."
Okay. Yeah, you can give me a. I'll let you choose weird or charm.
Oh, weird, because
Yeah, you're better at it.
I'm Erasmus Doomsayer.
She wants to ravish him.
Let's see, that puts me at 8.
Okay, so you can cast a quick spell. So what your options are that with weird is you'd be casting a quick spell to change your appearance and using the Nosferatu to hide. So you'd be turning into an ugly vampire. So
Uglier.
uglier. So yeah, you could do. So that would work. So what the complication would be, you're going to be smelling very distinctively. So stealth is going to be very hard for you as long as you're in this illusion. So that sound fair?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So you've evaded Marax for now, and you can look for another way upstairs. So meanwhile, you're back, Lizzie.
Yes.
You've heard the pitter pat and the little tee-hee and a bookend nearly, you know, doming Gary in the skull, and the door seems to be locked. So
Like, we're not alone in here. Do you think you could maybe suss out where our host is?
I can try. I'm hoping that I'll be able to read his mind because I'm not sure what type of creature this is.
okay, yeah, you can give me a weird check. Yeah.
Yay!
4, 8, 10.
10. All right, so that's a full success. So you sense a mind of a mystical creature. This is not a human, and it is very simple-minded. It's like, it's playtime. It's playtime. Yeah, new playmates. Going to carve them up. Yay! So.
Oh, we can't harm him. He's delightful.
Yeah, gotta get out the special knives. Yay! Wait, no, the chandelier. So with that in mind, you step away out of you're under the chandelier. So
I'd like to take some steps back.
Yeah.
well, okay, you take a step back. It's like, oh no, they know. Oh, wait, are you reading my mind? That's delightful.
But can we keep him?
And the little whatever the creature is, you don't see it yet, but it does start playing back memories of the people it's murdered, and it's kind of messed up. So if you want to keep holding on to this telepathic link, you can, but that'll be another weird check to avoid being like overwhelmed with weird memories of a murder doll. Like it's a magically animated doll that guards the library.
Have I figured out where it is, or is it just moving around the library?
It's moving around. It's sort of patrolling. You can kind of anticipate where it's going to be if you want to make an attack.
I think I should probably just drop the telepathic link at this point. Save my energy.
Okay, yeah.
So we can make a plan first.
It would be sharp. It would not be weird.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
10.
10? Okay. So yeah, you do sense it. It's a little murder doll. Yeah, you can try and fight it. This is the little haunted doll. Using a deck of monsters from Best Pal Brigade. Yeah. So it's just a little guy with a knife.
Yeah, I'll pretend. Just kind of wait till he gets just close enough to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, I.
Well, no, he's not going to come near you. He's going to be using ranged attacks, so you have to go after him.
Then that is what I shall do.
Okay. Yeah, you with that roll, you can make it kick some ass. Roll tough.
Yeah, weird for me.
Okay.
As unholy strength is one of my moves. That is a 9.
Okay. So you, how much damage do you do?
4.
4? Okay. So you lash out at it. It is actually still up, but
basically it's like I bite into it.
Yeah, it uses its magic on you, which has the effect of restraining. So the way this works out is you lash out, you claw into it, and you as it's running between the bookshelves, basically behind the little bookshelves, your claw goes through some of the books. You rent it, slashing at its wooden body. And it slams into the back wall, but then it throws out all these tiny little needles that sink into your flesh, and like acupuncture, but for evil. And you can feel all your joints paralyzing. So you are now restrained magically as you fall to the ground. Yeah.
But actually, at this point, I actually get it. When I go to this, it's right there.
Yeah. So Lizzie, you can do something.
Can't you see it now?
Yeah, right now she can.
So I think I can use Jinx on it. So I can encourage coincidences to occur. So
yeah, you could have a bookshelf fall.
Yeah,
on
I need to have a bookshelf fall on him to track him, to trap him.
Or yeah, that's definitely possible.
All right. So 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Yeah, that works with a complication. So I will say, you do trap it, but it, the book you were going for is also under the bookshelf, The Hidden World, or no, Confessions of a Fallen Angel. So, you will have to lift the bookshelf to get to it. Also, Gary is paralyzed right now, as the little acupuncture needles are, paralyzing him because magic. But you did stop the little doll. It's like, no, why'd you do that? We were playing. It was so fun. So the doll is talking to you, Lizzie, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know, little doll. I don't want to encourage it too much. So it's trapped right now. So I would like
it's
to.
It's squirming, kind of like the Wicked Witch, only a tiny wooden body
on
a bookshelf.
I should. I'm gonna try to use my mind powers again to manipulate it.
Okay.
To
hate it to death.
No, I want it to feel the same paralyzation that it gave to Gary.
Oh,
so I can lift the bookcase, grab the book, put the bookcase back down.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty clever. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Does that use weird, or does it use charm? Does it say what you roll for that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, use charm then, because usually manipulating somebody is charm.
Okay. Yes. Okay. 9.
Okay. 9. That is a partial success. So you do paralyze it. And it's let's see. So you could either take another point of damage for more nose bleeding, or more interestingly, it curses you. Yeah. So which do you want? A minor curse or a
the curse?
The curse?
The curse, yeah.
All right. So the curse is going to be something minor and annoying. Childish curse. So it's what's a good childish curse that a haunted doll would give to somebody? I'm open to suggestions.
Her left shoe always gets untied no matter how well she does it.
Oh, that's pretty annoying. Yeah, it's very childish. Yeah, so your left, you could just feel your left shoelace just untying immediately. So that's going to be very difficult for if you ever get chased.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You get that,
Chris.
You get the book. You're working. Then you can try and fix Gary because Gary's paralyzed. So meanwhile,
he's like, no rush. Just make sure we stop this thing.
Mm-hmm. As it's frantically, you can just hear its wooden little limbs just beating against the floor. Yeah, let me out. So Erasmus.
Yeah.
The people are beginning to file into the ballroom for the main dinner, the main event. They have tables set up and everything. This is sort of like the pre-dinner mingling. But there's also the kitchen. And there's also some hallways for, restrooms, i.e. places where people do occult drugs, blood cocaine, and all the fashionable drugs. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically vampires on blood cocaine.
Why is Gordon Gecko in here?
Yeah, well, that would make a lot of sense, actually.
No, I know.
Man, I can't resist the chance to not have like a Polar Express level event in the kitchen where everyone's like singing and dancing and passing trays, or having a mouse hunt level event where I get chased through the kitchen.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
with a vampire with a giant cleaver.
Yeah. Well,
man, do I go to the kitchen? Do I keep this kind of straight?
Yeah.
I need to reconnoiter with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to go to the kitchen. That's what you need to do.
That's double duty for Ross. That's 2 adventures.
Oh no, it's fine.
No, Ross doesn't care.
Yeah, no,
Ross isn't human.
It don't matter. No, the kitchen's fine. Like there's ways to get to the second floor from the kitchen.
Okay, I decide to use my powers to change myself to look like one of the cooks I see coming out carrying a steaming cold tray of blood. I don't know.
Blood jelly.
Blood jellies.
Blood shots.
Blood aspics.
Yeah. They can eat food as long as there's blood in it.
Blood shot.
Yeah.
They're making blood sketty in there.
Yeah. So you get into the kitchen disguised as one of the sous chefs, and they're actually singing and dancing. You realize some of them are just magically mind controlled humans, and this is how they stay under control. It's part of the ritual,
Oh no!
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty tragic when you see it, when you understand the context.
They'll never not hear James Corden.
Yeah. So the one of the sous chefs is like, "Oh, where's the fresh blood from the blood farm?"
Blood farm is closed.
No, it's under. No, you're new. Like, here, take this key and go. Well, it's the entrance is actually underground, but the entrance is on the second floor. But you have to go. It takes you down in the secret basement. So take this key, take the hidden staircase up there, and go all the way down to the secret basement. And don't tell anybody. It's a big secret. But yeah.
Okay, no problem. Listen, I got this. The name is Marax. If they come barging in here after me, don't let them.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So you go up to the second floor, you can see there. You can hear some faint sounds of a tiny high pitched voice going coming from down the hallway, but you can also see the hidden entrance to the blood farm over there, which you have never heard of before. That's
a good album name.
Yeah. Blood farm.
I guess Erasmus's credulity is going to get the better of him tonight. Let's see what's in the hidden blood farm.
Okay. So you use the key. There's an elevator there, and you use the key to get in, and it goes down, below. Goes to the first floor, then the basement, then the second basement, the hidden basement, and it opens up into this massive stone room that you can see that there are all these humans strung up to these like weird medical machines, but you can give me a sharp check.
That's 8 total.
Okay. So you realize very obviously that the humans are pumping out more blood than they should. The humans have been mutated or changed somehow so they regenerate blood quickly.
I've chosen the third eye on this character.
Okay.
Was I reading a bad situation?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says here, I can open my third eye for a moment to take in extra information, take +1 hold, and any result of 7 or more. Plus you can see invisible things. Anything like that?
Yes. There is a hidden vault door beyond the blood farm. And you realize that they must be holding something very important there. There's also a couple of there are 2 vampire attendants there maintaining this, but it also occurs to you realize these are mutant humans. These are humans that have been mutated to produce a lot of blood endlessly. They all look like they're in comas or brain dead or something. But you wonder how vampires would be told that these weren't like normal humans. This was mutant human blood they were drinking. Like this is probably like the equivalent of GMO foods for.
Oh sure, yeah. You'll have two camps. Like, oh, no hormones for me. And
exactly. Yeah. So meanwhile, while you're figuring that out, let's see here. You can give me a tough check there, Gary, if you want to see if you can how quick break free of the paralysis.
Nope.
Okay, you mark your experience, and you're very paralyzed. So.
These needles are quite good.
Yeah. So Lizzie, how are you going to? Are you just going to pull the needles out of Gary?
I'm really not sure what else I can do.
Okay.
At this point.
Yeah, roll cool. See how calmly, steady hand. You are
8.
8. All right. So you managed to pull them out, but you'll take 1 harm because that hurts.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. No harm. Yeah. So yeah, you're bleeding a little ichor or
a little black ichor.
Yeah. But yeah, the two of you can get out of the library with the Confessions of a Fallen Angel, the book that will help you figure out your powers. At least you hope. As you do that, you realize you don't. What do you do next?
I think there's a chance there's a hidden door that's where they were hiding. Maybe what I'm looking for.
You can begin. You can hear murmurs coming from downstairs. It seems people are filing into the main ballroom for dinner. So if you can sneak back downstairs, you could use that as an opportunity to get to the hidden door. You also try and figure out where Erasmus is.
So if I went back down there, I could use it as a distraction.
Yeah. But you getting back downstairs without being detected is, how are you going to do that? Yeah.
What would sneaking be part of?
That would be cool.
Nah. That's not cool.
Okay. Well, you could use sharp to try and figure out alternate paths.
I'll try that.
Okay.
10.
Are they? They're down the hallway. There's a window. You could open it up and then walk back through the front door and say you went out for a smoke break.
Okay.
Blood cigarettes.
I said, you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Climb on.
Okay. Give me tough to see how quickly. See if you have a smooth landing.
11.
Okay. Yeah. You can narrate how you jump through the window. Or I assume you open the window first. So
yes.
Yeah. What does that look like?
Obviously, it's nothing but just open the window, just like climb on, grab on, and then actually I just dig my claws into the side of the mansion as I climb out, so I can close the window.
Ah, clever. Okay.
And then you held on,
yeah,
and then just drop.
Okay. So one complication.
You die instantly. Game over.
No, you were bleeding. Lizzie, you have some ghoul blood on you now, so.
Is that like bad?
I don't know. Is it?
How would I know? How would I tell?
You can roll sharp.
7. 8.
Okay, 7. One thing you do know is that vampires have a good sense of smell, and they would be able to smell that's ghoul blood and not human blood. And you're visually disguised, but you're not like olfactorily disguised, if that makes sense. So that's good. It's actually going to be hard for both of you to walk through the front door. So you can try and find a side door that's not watched, or you could try and clean yourselves up.
Yeah, how do we clean up before we get back in?
It's a big mansion. You're outside. There's a big lawn all around you. I would imagine there's a fountain.
All right, so... let's go find some sprinklers or something to run through.
Well, there's no sprinklers, but there is a big fountain.
All right, well, I'll go in the fountain.
The fountain is filled with blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a problem. Like, are people gonna see me if we go in the fountain? To watch
There
this
is
blood?
you jump into you as you approach the fountain, you can see there is a large being. You can't quite make it out sitting in the fountain.
Like, oh, this ought to be enlightening.
So do you approach?
Yeah, I'll approach.
Okay. You turn and you can see it's Orobos, the leader of the aquatic vampire clan. They live in the ocean, a lot in the bottom of the ocean. You don't know a lot about them except that they're weird because they don't have contact with, the surface world very much. So he's sitting in the fountain and he's, a half merman-ish vampire thing, creature.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Okay, yeah. And he's just like, what are you?
Like, what do you think?
I think you're a ghoul. You smell like a ghoul.
Yeah. Like, well, that would probably be the ghoul blood.
Yeah. Yeah, the ghoul blood that's coming out of you. That was my clue.
Like,
You have ghoul blood on you, but you don't have any wounds. Were you two making out?
No, definitely not.
like not tonight. Not tonight.
Definitely not.
Oh, okay. So you're just hugging him for a reason.
Yeah, there was. I think that I. I just. All right, I'm so sorry. I just feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I'm just like, I'll manipulate them. Like, is that...
No, that's kind of what your character is.
Is that bad?
No,
like, I feel
no.
like I'm doing...
No, they give you like 5 things you can do, and if only one of them applies, then fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that...
You don't even necessarily have to roll. You know that this guy is not used to society. He's very weird and isolated.
Yeah, so I can read a bad situation.
Yeah, that's sure. Yeah.
So should I roll sharp to see what's going on?
Yeah.
With this guy, who he is? Yep. So 8.
So you think, like I said, he's a fish vampire. Essentially, he lives in the ocean. A human who's lived in the ocean, mutated by his vampire powers. So he doesn't remember a lot about social etiquette and things like that. So you can just tell him bald-faced lies, and if you're convincing enough, he'll believe them. So, but he seems sort of confused. He's actually, you think so he asks you can you tell me why people hug? I don't understand it. We don't do that in the ocean.
People hug for many reasons.
So why did you hug him?
Why did I hug him? And that's why. When did I hug him?
Just now. You have his blood on you.
Remember just a little while ago.
So I just hugged him as a greeting. That's a common human greeting, and we're dressed up and playing humans tonight, so we were just
he's not playing human, he's playing ghoul because he smells like a ghoul.
I'm pretending to be a human.
You smell like a human with ghoul blood on you.
Yeah, I was teaching.
You're doing a good job with it.
The ghoul.
Okay.
A human greeting.
I would like to get better at human etiquette. And, etiquette in general. Because vampires have the same etiquette. So you're saying hugs are a type of greeting?
Hugs are one type of greeting. That's correct.
Would that be an appropriate greeting for you and me?
No, because it's only a greeting for people who already know each other. The proper greeting for us would just be kind of like a head nod and a wave.
That was a dab.
Okay, I will practice that with you. He does a very awkward head nod and wave.
Humans are just they're gonna love it.
Okay, would vampires love it too?
They wouldn't really know what you're doing, so I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think
vampires live among humans.
Well, some of the more fresh ones.
Yeah, but they don't like to associate with humans.
Okay, so what do vampires do to greet each other?
Well, what do your kind of vampires do to greet each other?
Ultrasonic calls.
Oh yeah,
like
we
whale
don't,
song.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
On the
There's
on
no,
the
you can't do
land.
that on the land, no. It's a water thing.
Somebody help me, please.
I mean, you're there, Gary. Yeah.
Like this. Well, the fact of the matter is, like I said, we're all playing pretend today.
Yes.
So, what are you pretending to be?
I got angry and came out here because I didn't want to start a fight. I was a fisherman, but people thought they laughed. And I thought they were laughing at me, and that made me mad. And then my assistant said, you should not murder anyone today. So I came out here.
Like, well, that is a good thing. That is a good thing to do. I mean, like, Lord knows we've all thought about murder a lot.
Uh-huh.
I mean, sometimes, like, what else is there to think about? Am I right?
Uh-huh.
Like, but this is one of those situations where it's not good to do so.
Yes, I agree.
I've thought about murdering a lot tonight.
Good. I mean, no bad. Or I don't know.
But I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know what I say. Like tomorrow night, there's always time for murder. But just not tonight.
Just not tonight. So how do vampires greet each other? Land vampires.
That's actually did I observe like other vampires arriving tonight?
Sure.
And what did they do? What did they do?
I don't know what they do.
Player facing game.
Yeah.
He says, well, tonight I think everyone, while they're pretending to be other things, they're still very much of the mind that they are the upper class. They are the upper class of everyone.
Yes.
So so all the greetings are the typical kind of things that you would imagine posh rich people do.
I don't know what those are.
Okay, I'll give you an example with her.
Good.
Often sometimes it depends on the genders of different vampires obviously greet differently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like for example, when two males meet, it is often a handshake.
Handshake. Oh, yes, I distantly remember that.
It's she meant even though she is female clearly. Like I'll demonstrate with her.
Okay.
Like just do the this. And this is now when it's two females, they will often do other things.
Like what?
Like this, you're a female, you know how you greet other women.
Yeah, like with the like a kiss on the cheek type of thing.
But in this situation,
fancy ladies do,
but without actually making contact.
Yeah, you just kind of go like next to them.
Oh,
here, you want to demonstrate with me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll weird.
I see. Okay.
Yes, but it's when the female and the male meet together with the greeting. That's when things can get complicated. There's protocols and there's protocols and etiquette that must be observed.
Okay. I want the etiquette that says I am the dominant person, but I will not eat them. Is that a handshake?
It could be, but yes, it could be. Like a handshake would be a good thing to do, but I think the key is like squeeze their hand harder than they squeeze yours.
Oh, can I try that with you?
Like, I don't know if that. Like, I mean, we can try.
Yes. All right. Roll tough.
Actually, I have unholy strength.
Okay. Yeah. Roll weird.
That is a 13.
Okay. Yeah. You're both tied. Like yeah.
Yeah. It's like actually but as we go like just. Can you actually see the tension going on?
Oh sure. Yeah. No, Lizzie. They're both like trying to annihilate each other's hands, and they're both incredibly strong.
But just go. So it's like when we reach situations like this, sometimes we have to acknowledge that we are both mighty.
Yes.
You are mighty and I am mighty. So at that point, we just nod, just acknowledging each other's strength.
Okay.
It's like so it shows you're not weak, but you're also acknowledging that they are not weak.
Okay. I must test my new skills. He gets out. He stops the shake and gets out of the water and immediately
as he goes one more thing. I believe in you.
Ah!
They're like, I like him.
Yeah.
Now let's get cleaned up here.
Yeah, so we're
You get
washing
cleaned up?
the blood.
Yeah. Get the blood off.
It's like you did well, like getting that close to my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still disguised as I'm still have the disguise going.
Okay. So you get cleaned up, you get back there, and you can get to the hidden door. So meanwhile, Erasmus,
Good job.
you've done a good job. Yeah. So Erasmus, you are in the blood farm. You see a hidden vault door. There's 2 vampire attendants there. They give you a tray of blood, like blood packs. And they tell you to go back up to the kitchen because you're disguised as a chef right now. So, but they don't pay you any mind otherwise.
You're the help.
Yeah, you're the help. So, what do you want to do?
I guess I'm supposed to open this vault freaking door.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, you were looking for a windless vicar man.
Yeah, I was supposed to be complaining about documents written 300 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he would be up in the ballroom right now. But yeah, you got sidetracked pretty quickly.
Oh, I got sidetracked. This path wasn't thrown for me like a perhaps Christmas. It's the kitchen sense of just.
You're the one who brought it up in the first place. Anyway,
let's see here. How to hoodwink my way over there?
I mean, you can use them. You could just reset your magical disguise and look like back as you did originally.
But then I'd be a guest down there. Then I would.
No. I mean, you need to go back up to the main. You're in the secret basement. You're below the ballroom.
Okay.
You know, Wickerman is one of the guests, so he would be in the ballroom right now.
Right.
So yeah. You can just go back the way you came, get to the kitchen.
But I got all this way. There's that vault door.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put that vault door there. There wasn't something cool.
That's true.
So I can't come this far and then just go back.
Okay, well, you can try and sneak past the attendants as they're working on the maintaining the mutant humans. You could use magic to try and contact your friends.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to retreat to the ballroom for now. I'm going to take the blood up to the kitchen, give it to them, and then look for Wickerman in the ball.
Okay, so the 3 of you reconvene actually pretty easily as you come in through the front door.
How has your searches been?
Well, as per usual, I need to discuss my ADHD with my doctor.
So the 3 of you are reconvening. All the vampires are going into the ballroom for the pre-dinner entertainment. And then the main dinner, which is, of course, the main feast. And so all of you... there's a couple servants in the foyer, which are easily distracted right now. So one of you could try and... let's just do this. If you want to go through the hidden door, you can try and figure out how to open that and get in. Or you could go into the ballroom. So all 3 of you are met up. You're in the front hall again. Yeah.
Well, I think I completed my main objective was to find this book.
Yeah.
So
what's the deal with Tom's objective?
I think it's in this hidden door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was thinking of I'm gonna try to go for it. I think.
Yeah, we should address this while they're busy in the ballroom.
All right. All right. Roll sharp.
9.
Okay. So it opens.
Well, that's not ominous. but in for a penny, in for a pound.
All right. It goes through, it opens up, revealing a winding staircase leading down. The 3 of you go down the staircase. There are magical torches along the little walls of the staircase, illuminating it. You know, they provide light but not heat.
But it looks on fire.
It looks it's gothic as fuck. Let me tell you. And you come to the underground blood farm, a massive stone chamber with all these humans that are in comas, and have also been mutated, so they have like weird pustules and like they're all kind of gross and misshapen. So they're just like regenerating blood sacs essentially.
That's the way to do it.
Unfortunately, you triggered the alarm.
Of course I did.
So the 2 vampire attendants there are there, and they bare their fangs and intruders. So they have orders to fight to the death. So this will be, you'll just have to kill, like, they're alone, and they'll just deal with them, these two vampires as their own sort of, like, single entity. So there's two vampires, and they want to kill you. And so this is an action scene, and everyone can take an action, just narrate. You know, you come down these stairs, you see the two vampire attendants in this massive stone chamber with the blood, the blood sack mutant humans in their little cages, connected with hoses, draining out blood constantly. They're also, food is going in their little feed slots. So, anyways, it's a very weird scene. But so we'll just start with actually, Gary, you were leading the way. So
start off like just open up the cane.
Okay.
And just splash.
All right. Roll. Cool.
Nope.
All right.
Misses.
Yeah. Turns out sort of whipping holy water out of a cane is not very aerodynamic.
It's like, bother. I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way.
All right. So one of the vampires jumps at you and rakes you with claws for 2 damage.
What an asshole.
Yeah. So Lizzie, that's it. There's 2 vampires that want to kill you.
I gotta jinx them.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how.
Does it say roll something?
Yeah, roll plus weird.
Okay.
So
Then
we're
roll
gonna try
plus
to
weird.
jinx them. I've got 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. What happens on a 7 through 9?
Hold 1.
Okay, so you pick one of the effects.
So interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do. So I'm.
You can stop the other vampire from doing something.
All right. So I mean, are they both like coming at us, or
One just jumped at Gary and slashed him with his claws. The other one hasn't acted yet. Is about to act. So you could stop that other vampire from doing anything.
Okay, so I
Okay.
stop him.
And what does Jinx say? What does it say narratively? What does that look like?
Okay, so Jinx, you can encourage coincidences to occur the way you want.
Okay. So you're in this like underground chamber. There are all these, mutant blood sack humans in cages in rows around you, and there's 2 vampire attendants. I guess they're dressed up like weird, fucked up medical doctors. And one of them is charging at you. So, like, what would that coincidence look like? Would he slip?
I think he needs to. Yeah, he needs to like trip over the
Okay.
rough stone
Okay.
floor, and
We'll say like one of the blood hoses like pops off and
Okay,
like,
perfect.
Like flood, he slips on the blood and falls on his ass. So
All right.
he is helpless.
I fell in food.
Yeah, basically. So Erasmus, what do you want to do?
I get overly excited and I say I'm going to blast him with my fire magic.
Okay. Yeah. How does that work?
So I raise my hands and I go, Beelzebub, Satan, and other such horrid names, bathe now these vampires in horrid flames.
That's great. I actually like that. I assume that is, let's see here. Roll weird instead of tough. So you roll weird and, roll weird.
6 and 4 plus, I believe that's going to be 12 total.
Yeah, shit. The fire won't. Yeah, so it's a blast of fire that does 4 damage. Shit. Yeah. You just eviscerate one of the vampires, or you just turn them into dust. Like you just.
I incinerate.
Yeah, you incinerate them wholly. So they're very good. So Gary.
Okay, in that case, just go ghoul and attack them.
Okay.
That is a 15.
Okay. Damn. All right. Yeah. You will take damage again because that's how kick-ass works. So you'll take another 2 damage unless you want to reduce that. You take 1 damage instead.
How do I reduce it by 1?
Because you roll the 10 plus, you get 1 extra effect.
I will do 1 less damage.
Well, you suffer 1 less harm.
Okay, so I will take none.
All right. You have armor?
Immortal.
Does that give you armor?
Yeah, essentially, it's I always suffer 1 fewer harm.
Okay. Then you take 1 harm instead of 2. Because normally it'd be 2. Vampires do 2.
I know, but I'm reducing it by 1.
Yeah, so it's 1.
Because I got this.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, the armor takes care of the other one. Yeah, you're right.
That's 4 harm.
Yeah, that kills him.
Actually, I guess in this case, it's teeth, so I just literally bite into his head.
Okay, yeah. Vampires.
They'd have to spend like a couple of moments. Oh God, dust.
So Lizzie, you kept the vampire from attacking anyone else, and then Gary finished him off. So yeah. Teamwork, yeah.
All right.
It's like high five.
Get a little vampire blood on you. It's gross, but
Go wash off in the.
Well, dude, you had ghoul blood on you earlier.
Yeah. Well, no, you wash that off. So.
I know. I said earlier you had ghoul blood on you.
So yeah, you have all these mutated humans constantly pumping out blood, but then there's a hidden vault door, which is magically warded, obviously. So you could use brute strength to try and knock it down. You could use magic to try and dispel its wards. You could use sharp to try and figure out its intricate opening mechanism.
You can do a spell to remove the ward.
Is that in my bag of tricks?
Yeah, you can just use magic. That's the basic.
Just use magic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and I use weird, I guess. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any of you can use magic technically. So that is an 8, I believe.
Yeah.
So it works imperfectly. So let's see here. You get to choose the. Let's see. You get to it works, but one of these glitches happens. I'll let you choose which one.
Okay. This is. We'll say the effect this weekend. I get it unlocked halfway.
Okay. No, actually, I'll say it opens, but you know it's only going to be open for a limited time.
Then it'll slam shut again.
Then it'll slam shut again. So you need to hurry, or you just have to cast it again.
Can I hold it open?
If you stay at the door.
It's like, all right, can you go in there? I'm looking for the brain of Archibald. What did I say?
Kirkpatrick.
You think you could look for it in there?
Yes, we will.
All right, I will.
Okay.
Wait, can I use my powers to try to sense if there's a brain in there?
Well, you can just go in the room and look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the two of you go through the door. It's like a big set of metal double doors, by the way, with it just covered, just full, so many, just a metric ass load of runes on this door. Like, yeah, I can't even tell you how many fucking runes are on this door. It's very magical. And I'm very good at describing things.
No, I feel like I'm there.
Yeah, thank you. But you step through the double doors, and you can see that this is the magical armory / vault of the Manciple.
Vault of Wonders.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fucking magical loot here. But there is a row of jars in these jars there's a brain, and there's a little label for each brain. But at the far end of the room, there is a large creature in a binding circle. And the creature looks like this. It is made of wood, and it is that. So you know, both of you don't have to roll, that it is a clavador. It is a monster that likes to, grows wooden stakes and likes to kill people by impaling them with stakes. It is there.
Okay.
We should set it free and on the vampires.
Listen, I know crazy's my brand, but surely even you know that has unintended consequences.
I'm spooky.
Yeah.
Do some spooky shit.
Yeah. No, I mean would wreak havoc in there. Yeah, Lizzie, you think...
They don't have to worry what happens after it's done with them.
Well, then you can kill it. It'll be fine. You're not you're not a vampire. You don't have to worry about being staked in the heart, right?
Can you talk to it?
Yeah. It's in a binding circle. Yeah, you can talk to it.
I mean, well, I'm not technically dead.
Yeah, true. So yeah, Lizzie, do you want to talk to the clavador?
What did you have?
No, I'm going to look for this brain. You can convene with the obviously bad idea.
All right, roll sharp.
No.
You're looking and they're all dusty and they're written in foreign languages, and you're just not making much progress. And Gary, the magic's already beginning to weaken a little bit. So it's like,
no rush, just
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Lizzie,
Yeah.
you go to the clavador.
Yeah.
It looks at you. What kind of voice does the clavador? It's a big supernatural thing, but
Hi.
it could, if you want to say that it talks like that, you can.
No, it talks so low, and it's almost like it's not speaking words. It's just making vibrations.
Okay. Yeah.
But you understand the words that it's saying.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does. Yeah. So you feel the vibrations that say
Yes.
yes. The vibrations say what?
And I say I have the same question for you. What are you? Why are you here?
My captor uses me as leverage. If the vampire dies, the Manciple dies, then the binding circle breaks and I go free, but I am cursed to hunt everything that has killed the Manciple. So it is mutually assured destruction. I do not like this. I would like to be free.
But that's the only way to free you.
Is to destroy the binding circle. Simply erase the circle that surrounds me. I swear I will not harm you or the two friends I see with you.
I need to use my telepathy to read this situation.
Yeah.
So I roll magic
Yeah.
or weirding, which is magic.
Yeah.
So 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's probably telling the truth, Lisbeth.
You know what? I will say one mechanic I have not mentioned is that you all have luck points. And luck points are like more of a campaign thing, but you can spend a luck to turn your roll into a 12. The thing is, in a campaign, you only have 7 points of luck and they don't renew. When you use all 7 points of your luck, your character is doomed. So, but this is a one shot. So you could just, I'd say each of you would have like 2 points of luck you could just use for this one shot. So if you want to spend a point of luck.
This would probably be the best place to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the clavador is an old creature, like old as the woods themselves. It is born from the forest. And it is born out of the rage of the forest being cut down by human hands. So, it's going to go to the forest and protect the forest from intruders. Like, that's what it does normally. So, you can ask it, one, not to harm you and your friends, but you can also ask it, you can give it, like, in exchange for freeing you, you can have it do one thing. And that could be conditional, like, stay in the forest and don't, like, just murder people forever. Only hurt people that are attacking the forest. If you want to be like minimize harm, or you could ask it for something that will help you. You could ask it for knowledge, for example, about your condition. It's an ancient supernatural creature. It undoubtedly knows a lot. So do you use it for personal gain? Do you use it to like minimize harm to humanity? Do you use it to like take down the evil here, like kill every vampire here and then go to the forest, Because it's probably just going to, like, if you just let it go, it's probably just going to make a beeline for the door and kill anything in its way, but then just leave. And then just maybe murder a lot of people because it's angry.
So I will free it on the condition.
Yeah, not harming you and your buddies is that's a given. Yeah, that's a given.
It's
that's
not
a given.
Gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
The condition it takes out Erasmus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
no.
can we
specifically
convene?
not Erasmus though? Fuck him. Yeah.
Can we convene? Because we're together.
Yes.
Right. So, it just wants to go live and protect its place.
Yeah,
so I want to free it.
It's going to murder a lot of lumberjacks.
But should we bring it with us? Should we ask it to stay with us and help us?
As your
until we leave?
self-imposed mentor,
Yeah, you could have it like serve you for the rest of your life, however long that is.
No, just for like
A
the
year?
rest of this mission.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think it's a terrific idea, but then again, it's not my problem.
Yeah, I mean, it'll help you. Like, if you had that on your side, you could probably, like, take all of the vampires here in a straight fight. Yeah.
So I release it and I ask that it just stick with us until we have, and help us along our journey in the mansion.
And there he goes over the horizon, so quick.
Break the circle, and I will be bound by your oath.
All right, so
How's it going in there?
Yeah.
this is just like a.
You just have to break. You just have to erase a bit of chalk.
All right, so I squish my foot on it, and
Yeah.
the circle's broken.
Yeah, the circle's broken, and it's like 10 feet tall.
I guess it's like,
Yeah, no, it's big. It's a big boy.
And now a great lesson should be imparted to you, young woman, responsibility.
Yeah. You can give me another sharp check.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
like, I believe in you.
Let's see. That's enough. 7.
All right. Yeah, you find it. Barely. So Gary, give me one toughness check. This is more for your enduring pain than like strength.
That is a 9.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to hold out long enough in order to before the clavador comes and just smashes the door. You realize stealth is no longer is not optional. is not really a thing
So
anymore.
I'm holding it like this, like then I kind of feel like a vibration. Like I'm sorry. What? Just briefly. Oh shit!
Yeah, it's a 10-foot tall thing made of wood and anger, and it is going to stab everything with wooden stakes.
Just like my ex-wife.
Okay, so yeah,
If Vlad the Impaler had a JoJo.
yeah, basically. So you have the clavador with you. It can fit up the stairs barely. You can tell it not to it's just going to travel with you unless you tell it otherwise. But it's only going to listen to you, Lizzie, because you're the one who broke the circle. So yeah, what's the game plan?
Where are we? We're all
You're in the
together
underground
again?
vault right now. So
Oh, so we're still underground.
yeah.
Well, we gotta go get this guy, right?
Yeah, you gotta go find
All right, so the three of us are gonna
Windless
go
Wickerman. Yeah.
back and meet up with Gary now, so he can shut this door. You found the brain, right?
Here's your cerebro, good sir.
Yep.
Oh, excellent. Actually, can I just?
Yeah. You just
thank you. I'll turn around away from them.
Yeah.
When I do this.
Yeah. He eats a brain. And it's very gross. It just the auditory experience. It's like the reverse of ASMR. It's like a mukbang, but actually not as bad as a mukbang. It's like a food tuber.
That's the sound it makes when he eats mukbang.
This other's like, ah! Oh,
Yeah?
I remember now.
Yeah, what do you remember?
Like, we were like we were both excellent friends in the 16th century.
Oh yeah?
And he was all into scholarship, and I was looking into dark secrets of death, at least what I thought it was, until I happened across like the Gula manuscript
Oh, okay.
and read it.
Oh well. Yeah. So Gary's had a moment.
And I was like, that's amazing.
No.
Now it's time to get the fuck out of here. So
Yeah.
let's do this.
Well, except for Erasmus.
Oh, right. You still need to do something.
It's more of a want, but I'm crazy enough to keep going.
Yeah. So all of you go back up the stairs.
Aren't we all?
With the clavador with you. It's not very stealthy unless you're telling it to hold back, to hang back.
Where are we going again?
I guess we're going to insist upon the ballroom because I got a score to set up with Winsless.
Winsless Wickerman, who wrote a paper that Erasmus didn't like.
Yeah, about Martian winds.
Yeah.
And we need to do this tonight?
Well, he lives in England otherwise. Yeah.
It's not much of a game. We don't do everything. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So the four of you now, go up the mansion doors. And you enter the ballroom. You just kick open the door at this point. The servants see the clavador and just run. Like, the clavador just shoots a couple of stakes into some of the vampire servants. He's a pretty good shot, actually, it turns out. He's just like, it's like watching, Blade fucking mow through a rave.
I start screaming, Winsless!
Yeah.
Winsless, right your way out of this one!
Yeah, so there's going to be a big action scene, weirdly enough. You kick open the doors. They're watching the pre-dinner... you were watching the pre-dinner entertainment, which was blood acrobats, basically. Hypnotized humans who spin around on ropes above the audience and cut themselves to spray blood on them. And
Wow, Cirque du Soleil has gotten really fucked up.
yeah, essentially. And there's vampire musicians playing chamber music to it. It's very classy and very decadent.
Blood spraying on the.
Oh, yeah.
The violinist just keeps going.
Exactly. The clavador just smashes open the door with one of its mighty oaken fists.
Just let this happen.
And the screaming starts like, "Oh God, the clavador is out!" They know what that is.
Actually, I was just appreciate this. You know, see, this was a film scene, just me like.
Well, you stop for a moment and do that, and then you realize, oh shit, they're gonna come towards us.
We need let's get ready to kill.
Yeah, this is a big action scene. So first off, you can roll sharp to see if you can identify Wickerman from instruments.
No.
All right. Does anybody else want to look for Wickerman?
I should look for Wickerman.
All right. He's the only asshole in tweed.
I noticed the shit out of him.
All right. Yeah, there's one dude in a tweed jacket with leather patches. Yeah.
At that point, it's like. Dude.
All right. So the first round of this action scene.
Spotting Wickerman?
Yeah, well, no, you spotted him, and now we start the countdown. The clavador is just firing wooden stakes into the crowd indiscriminately.
Okay, I'm guessing this is where, the sound editor would be working overtime.
Oh, yeah, no, this is when the fucking Chemical Brothers track starts kicking in. And...
Got to get high?
Yeah, no, or whatever whoever did the Blade rave song. So just narrate to me what you were doing. Wickerman's in the middle of the crowd. The clavador, he might escape. Some of the vampires are definitely going to escape. The clavador, you didn't cover all the exits. You just went in through there. So some are going to string past the clavador past you. Some of them are going to go for the other exits throughout this. I mean, the clavador is going to kill a lot of people, but obviously there are vampires with sorceress spells and ranged weapons that are going to just be attacking you as well. So it's chaotic and dangerous to be here. So Gary, what are you doing? I'm gonna try
to kill some more of them.
Okay, you're just tearing into them.
Actually, I'm gonna try to do this something I always thought would be fun and ironic to do to a vampire.
Yeah,
bite their throat out.
Okay, yeah, that would be kick some ass. Roll weird.
Throat snack.
That's just a 10.
Okay. You take 1 damage, without armor. So you do take 1 damage because, they're fighting back, and there's a lot of them. And you get claws and bite marks and
so do they.
Yeah, and you rip into them and it's very bloody and violent. It is a massive melee. So yeah, Gary just launches himself into the crowd, and just tearing some of these vampires apart. And they are,
light them up!
Some vampire in a trench coat takes out a gold-plated AK-47, just indiscriminately sprays into your direction. Most of the bullets harmlessly ping off of the clavador. Lizzie, yeah, while all this madness, this riot of blood and chaos is happening, what are you doing?
I'm sticking by the Commodore, Thermidor,
Clavador. Yeah.
Clavicle, Clavador. I'm sticking by him, and so
You can use him as cover. He's got, big...
definitely using him as cover. And I want to use Jinx.
Oh, yeah.
To encourage a coincidence as I'm working with the clavador.
You see a vampire in the background taking out a grenade, and that grenade, that's very useful for me.
Yeah, so I want to jinx that grenade it goes to a big glump of...
exactly, yeah.
All right, so...
Roll weird.
What is that, weird? Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's enough. The grenade drops at his feet, and a second later, there's a big explosion in the middle of the crowd. As you tear, and you use you do take 1 point of damage from some a throwing knife hits you in the shoulder. So
there's a chainsaw revving in the room somewhere.
Oh, there's every weapon. There's so many katanas. And chainsaws
and trench coats.
Yeah. It's just a mall ninja's wet dream. It is ridiculous in here. Erasmus.
For some reason, I imagine just good God, look at all this. You don't see it. Listen to all this madness. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a vaporwave album right there. Mall Ninja Wet Dream. Oh my God.
It's
Instant platinum. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So no. Christ. With Gary's direction, I locate Winslow in the crowd and I approach him with all haste.
All right, yeah, you can get close to him. You're definitely in range to shoot a fireball at him. Or
I don't want to kill him.
Oh, you just want to convince him that he's wrong.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. He needs to live with how wrong he is.
Okay, so you slide under the table that he's cowering under. So like, and he's just like, oh god,
How's it going?
So what does he sound like, by the way?
Like a British professor?
Yeah, sure.
Oh criminy! I'm being bloody hell! I'm being buggered here. It's and it's that yank again. Does he know you?
Oh yeah. He absolutely knows it's me. He knows it's Erasmus Doomsayer because I've been writing him.
Mr. Doomsayer, is this your doing? Oh,
a good portion of it. I mean, my young charge, Lisbeth over here. She, it's always bothered me. Why do you have so many circles so weak? I mean, just there's got to be a better way. Anyways, listen. Your 1836 picture, treatise on Martian winds, is categorically false because you say the Martian winds go from west to east.
What? Well, they do. That's common sense. Look at your math.
It isn't.
All right, how are you just
because there are no winds on Mars.
Of course there's winds on Mars.
No, the invisible trees buffer the winds.
All right, you can roll charm to just persuade him through pure force.
I like to imagine while this is going on, like then like a head rolls across the.
Yeah, you didn't really present evidence, so this is charm.
This is charm. Gee, no.
Okay.
No.
You have a
six.
One, yeah.
You want to use one of the lucks?
You could use a point of luck.
You might as well. This is your thing, man.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So you somehow just through the madness, he's like, you know what? I look into your eyes and I can see your sincerity, and I believe you. I believe you with all my heart. I'm not just lying, man. I'm okay with dying now, knowing the truth that there is no winds on Mars.
Oh, good, I won. All right, goodbye.
And that's when Erasmus shoots him in the head.
So give me a cool to get out of
cool. Sorry.
This is not to get shot at.
I'm just imagining me.
Yeah, make a big exit.
Cool, Chris.
Hey, you do, actually.
Yeah.
Is that a...
That's an 8, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you managed to avoid getting shot at anymore. And
severed hand flies over your head.
So you've all three accomplished your objective.
Wait. As soon as I see that he's done,
yeah,
like whatever vampire I was about to rip apart, like, oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Are you telling are you just letting the Clavador continue to wreak bloody vengeance on this, Lizzie, or are you going to tell it to come with you?
We're leaving.
Erasmus finished it. Yeah.
He's now free.
Okay. The Clavador looks, grabs a lighter. He knows how to use a lighter, and sets the curtains on fire, and flips them off with wooden branches somehow. But it's flipping them off, and then just walks out with you. So the mansion's been set on fire, but the other vampires are like, wait, it's over? Oh god, it's on fire. So
my only other weakness.
Yeah. So they are trying to frantically put out the fire. But yeah, the four of you now. Well, the Clavador just walks into the fort. It just walks in a straight line.
Let's go like have a good one.
Yeah. Exactly. It doesn't have a good one. It vibrates at you.
He seems delightful.
And the three of you pile into your Lincoln Continental, Lizzie. So
the forest green.
The floor, forest green. Yeah. Emerald.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Can I have snuck out like a fine bottle of wine?
Oh sure.
Just I snuck this out if you guys want to celebrate.
It's blood. It was a vampire ball.
No, it's actually they actually have wine.
Oh, they can drink wine? Okay.
Wine.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Never mind. I was incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, most of the things are blood, but they have actual wine there, They compare it with bloody steak, So yeah, they use it for cooking too. Yeah.
So I say we open this up and go and have a celebration.
We do.
All right.
We just killed a lot of vampires.
Where do you go for your after mission celebration.
Back.
Waffle House.
Back to my rent control department.
Well, no, it's a house.
It's a rent control, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not great to be there, but it's a place.
No, it's actually a family house. You inherited it.
Oh, okay.
You do the Rotten Todd side of the family.
It's not a toilet home, but it's still kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, no, it's
It
definitely.
suits me just fine.
Yeah, there's definitely a little black mold issues, probably. So,
No, there are completely black. There's black mold.
so as you're drinking wine and celebrating, Lizzie, what do you start thumbing through the pages of Confessions of a Fallen Angel? What is the first thing you find out about your powers?
What is the first thing? So
You just make it up.
I know. All right. So I find out what I truly knew all day long because I did keep some things from you guys.
Oh no.
I lied about that house. I knew that there was something wrong with that house, and I went in there and I saw that creature in the window, and it gave me my powers, but I am doomed to fulfill its destiny.
Oh no.
Which is going to kill a lot of people and myself, but this book has the anti-curse.
So you can reverse your fate.
I can reverse my fate
Okay, and
with
save
this
yourself.
book
Okay.
to save myself.
But,
I would say it probably says at the price of giving up your powers entirely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which I don't want these powers anymore. It's too big of a burden.
Oh, okay. You don't want to have to deal with fish vampires anymore.
I like that guy.
No,
He was very polite.
he was very polite. So
Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, when do you want to tell us that you knew? Like, we all have our haunted houses we all went in when we shouldn't have.
yeah.
It's fine.
All right.
I will never judge you.
So that's Monster of the Week, Amanda, and questions, comments, suggestions. What'd you think? Did you have
When it
fun?
comes to like just having fun with role play, this is one of the better games to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you kind of help make up the story as you go along.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to that part.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
Your second game ever.
yeah, second game ever. So I don't want to say I like this better than Eclipse Phase, but I like when Chris and I at home went over like all the sheets that you sent, like I really like the format of these. It made it a lot easier.
No, yeah,
for me
this
to
is definitely
understand.
the game. If I had known that was your first game, I would have started with this. Before, like, I told my friend Caleb, and he was like, "What is wrong with you, Russ? Why would you do that to someone?" He is like, "You just do that every time someone's first game. You just throw them in the deep end." And
But
he's
you
like,
know, that just seems to be what happens.
yeah, I do have a history of doing that. I don't mean to, but it happens, and I'm sorry. But I'm glad you had fun. So yeah.
no.
I find it fun.
So Chris, any thoughts on this adventure? Have you played Monster of the Week before?
No, this is my first time playing
Okay.
Monster of the Week, but I mean, yeah, I have to tell you, I vastly prefer these very fluid, freeform, non-rigid, types of games.
Mm-hmm.
The dice rolls are there to like help determine a couple things, so it's not just a great fun
Freeform, yeah.
But I figure. You could do a lone gunman type thing with this. Easily.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Here's the mundane, the wrong, the other playbooks. Like, you could do... Yeah, this is modeled after TV shows like X-Files, Buffy, Supernatural, and that's why it's called literally Monster of the Week. The idea is every week, every adventure, you fight a different monster, and you can have a campaign structure, and there's a lot of different ways of doing that where there's an overall goal, like dealing with your curse, or trying to figure out your real identity, or dealing with your family history, so which we kind of got to. But yeah, that's the whole idea. Is like it's player facing. I don't roll anything. I just like react to what you do, and that's kind of the idea. So we'll.
I am well familiar with the game, and I also loved it.
Oh yeah, no, Monster of the Week is a classic. It's a very good game because it's so versatile and robust. But yeah, well, I'm glad you had a good time. I like introducing people to the hobby, and like I want to make sure you have fun. So thank you all for listening. And
Mission accomplished, Ross.
Yay!
You did it!
Best mask ever. Everyone bird except for the player characters. Yay! And Winless Wickerman made it out, obviously, so he could root him in how he was wrong all those years.
And corpse-eating monster was friend to others.
Yay! All right, we'll talk to you all later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.